Oh, the Scooter Maven. He travels the world in search of adventure and new scooters to ride. Each week we check in with the Scooter Maven. He's been from Tokyo to Moscow and back. World leaders want to meet him, celebrities want to be him, but all he cares about are scooters. Fame, money, fortune. These are not the things a Scooter Maven cares about. He loves scooters.
Hi. Hello, good morning. Welcome back. I'm actually getting ready to go to the airport in about 5 hours. I got a trip to Milan, to the EICMA show, the largest motorcycle show in the world, in el mundo del motociclismo. I just had my breakfast. Of course, the Scooter Maven eats honey nut scooters for breakfast. And we're going to give a great speech this year. I've been invited to give a small short speech at a little symposium about what's going on in the U.S. market at the American interest section. I'm very happy that I was invited. I'm humbled because the other speakers or guests are a lot more famous than I am, and the fact that they're paying me to talk to manufacturers in Italy that make scooters and parts is amazing. So I want to say thank you, and I'm actually writing things here that are positive for our industry in the U.S. I'm informing them of what's happening in the U.S., but you know, it's good for knowledge, to pass on this knowledge so there's less fear and more there's a more positive outlook. It's good for the dealers, it's good for the consumers, it's good for everybody in the industry, even my competitors, because if it's a bigger market, there's more for everybody, and we can grow, and we can see scootering grow in the US. So hopefully some of this knowledge that I pass on will be good. And really, we're being affected by winter, the lack of consumer financing, which hopefully will come back next year, dealer financing, and tech skills. And when I say tech skills, I don't want people to take this the wrong way. We do have a lot of dealers, even at MRP, that we try to help that don't have a fax machine or access to the internet, and it creates a lot of problems. But there's such a wide range in the U.S. of tech skills, from stores that don't have internet access to stores that can't handle the new technologies. And when I talk about new tech, I'm talking about like the MP3 500. It's such a complicated bike that even I met one of the creators of it, one of the head engineers in April, and I had trouble following some of the stuff that he was doing on there. So if you can buy an extended warranty for a Silverwing or an MP3 or a BV500, make sure you do, because they're very complicated bikes, and it's amazing the different level of training between one Vespa dealership and another Vespa dealership, and even one Honda dealer and another Honda dealer. You don't know that, you know, there's dealers there that I talk to on a daily basis that sometimes put in a piston in backwards or don't know how to order a tire. So if you're in a small town and your Vespa store closes, it's going to be very difficult to get, you know, that training, that tech skill for that MP3 500. So that's one of the things I'm going to address, and I don't want to scare anybody, but it's an issue that we face internally, because a lot of brands right now are setting up any lawnmower shop as a dealer, and there's a big difference once you pass that 100 to 150cc mark in the amount of training that's necessary and skills. But there's some good signs. A lot of Chinese companies have left the market they were volume distributors. I'm actually taking notes here. I got 10 hours to write this speech. You know, there's better dealers emerging. A lot of drop shipping, a lot of online sales are finally coming into the market, and a lot of tech support from the dealers that are doing this. And Americans, for the first time, are using scooters as their main transportation in the U.S. It's not a toy. I still hear about Malagutis I sold 6 years ago that have 200 miles on them. Vespas that, you know, brand new Vespa, you know, 250s that only have a couple hundred miles on them. They sit in the garage. Those are toys. You know, when we hear of units that have 10,000 miles on them in the U.S., that's amazing. And it's a good indicator of where the market's headed in the future. It might be an indicator of the economy as a whole, but it's good that Americans are using scooters. And so hopefully if you're a dealer and you're going to see me in Milan, say hello. We can exchange some positive ideas of how we can make a better marketplace. Obviously, I'm trying to help there be access, so that there's access to parts for companies that have closed. You know, a lot of companies have closed in 2009, from Dalim to CPI to, geez, the list goes on and on. But we're doing our best, and that positive outlook is what we want to share in Milan. So come by. If you see me at the show, I'll be wearing my MRP hat and my MRP shirt, so I'll be walking around. I'll probably be in the American interest section. You'll see a little sign that says Joel 2 o'clock at the speech. So stop by if you're a dealer, if you're a consumer that went to the show. You can. I think it's only open to dealers and distributors, but it should be very interesting. And hopefully I'll put some Milan clips from the speech. And anyways, guys, working our hardest here, even on a Saturday. I got 10 hours to finish the speech, and I'm not going to bore you with the details, but there's a lot going on in the U.S. market, so it's going to be a very, very hopeful 2010, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, all right? See you in Milan.